Hi, welcome back. So today's drawing for Inktober, yes, day 5. We're on the 5th Inktober. This one, unfortunately, I recorded the sketch and I couldn't find it for the life of me. It somehow was never recorded or it just got deleted or something. I'm not sure what happened, but here you can see that I had it started. I'm about halfway through the inking process, so today's video is still like the normal time because I really like this drawing. But if you're interested in any of the art I've done so far, here they are. All of the prints up till this day are up on Etsy, so go check them out. At the end of October, I will have at least, or at most, 62. Some of the drawings I've done aren't going to be up there, so I'm not sure how many are going to be in there at the end, but it's going to be a handful. Let me tell you, it's going to be a lot. It's going to be over 50. That I know. So if you're interested in any of them, you can go get them up. But today, Inktober number 5, our prompt is Raven. Now, going back off of our first drawing of the day, I drew werewolf, and we drew a human and wolf skull, and I drew a raven skull for this one. Also, if you are someone who's like, I know everything about bird skulls and that isn't a raven skull, I wasn't sure if, well, no, actually, they're probably, some of the skulls that came up for a raven skull, like the beak was black, but I ended up not doing that. So this is kind of just a bird skull if ravens' skulls are actually black at the end. Some of them weren't, some of them were. So I was like, Google, what is happening? Is it? But I just, for the sake of the drawing, I ended up not making it black because I made a lot of other things pretty dark. So I didn't want everything to have like get too dark. So if you're like, oh my god, raven skulls have a black beak on them, sorry. Okay, but nevertheless, this drawing was inspired by the prompt. Okay, I still kept it pretty similar. Okay, it's a bird. What else are you gonna do, you know? But this one is kind of like an homage to the first ink drawing I did for Inktober with my crystals and mushroom, because I really liked that concept of the moon and I wanted to include it somewhere else. I felt like doing a couple if I ever I wanted to do like a couple of them with this like moon kind of idea. I felt like it was so aesthetically pleasing. So this one, I was like, we're just gonna go all in with that aesthetic kind of concept. And I was like, yes, it worked. So you can see that I actually included some crystals in this. They're like hanging at the bottom. I thought that was so cute. Definitely inspired a lot by Pinterest pictures. So I think I like Googled the same thing. I think I Googled like crystal and like moon roses, you know, that kind of thing. I don't think I found any ones with like skulls. I'm not sure. I don't think I've seen any. But it's probably not like an original idea. Like I'm sure someone's done it before me. But I love this concept so much. I would be so happy to do like more print designs this way, because I feel like they're so pretty and I feel like, you know, everyone would like them. And this one's like super, you know, I like it. It's kind of edgy with the skull. I thought it was so cute. I feel like this skull is way better than the first two I did with the wolf and human werewolf one. I definitely got some good practice on that one that I had brought into this one. And this one, like, guys, I killed it, okay? Like, I was just so happy that I got one that I was, like, when I finished this, I was like, I made this. Like, I did it. Like, I've achieved the dream, okay? That's, like, not me bragging. That's just, like, I'm happy I got this. achieved and accomplished, okay? Because I was sketching this and I was like, there's a lot of concepts all in one on this. It's gonna be too much? And I was debating on whether to add the feathers at the top, to be honest. But I was like, you know what, screw it, I'm gonna add it, go all in. And ow, I just hit my head on the roof. Did you hear that? Ow. There's like a slanted, I'm like sitting in a closet. There's a slanted roof and I'm like sitting at the bottom of it. I was trying to like get my hair out of my face and I just slammed my head against the top. Well, I didn't slam it, but anyway. There's like a lot of content in this one piece. And I really liked it. I love these kinds of drawings. It reminds me of Emily Artful's drawings. She's like, I feel like this is something I'd see her draw. I was like, yes. If I can feel like my art reminds me of Emily Artful, I've done it. I've achieved success because I think her art is so pretty. Regardless of what anyone thinks of her or anything, I feel like she does create really good art. And she is a very sweet lady. Anyway, I love this piece because, like, again, this is where I was picking myself back up after day 3 and day 4, not being like crazy inspired, but just like, you know, getting through. So this was a super success for me. I can't tell you how much I loved this. I loved it way more. As soon as I finished it. Like now that I've like made some more, I'm like, oh, it's okay. I'm like, it's good. I don't hate it. It's just I was going to say that there's some better than it, but I'm like, I don't know. It's really about like preference, I feel. I definitely at the day 5, I definitely thought this was the best so far. I think I like it. I think it's the best because of the way it's composed and because of the way it's drawn. I feel like I feel like it did take a lot of skill to get here. And I'm glad that I used my skill for today because the last ones I was like, I couldn't achieve. You know, I lost XP points. My skill no longer obtainable, okay? But I was like, so glad. Like, I can't explain it. So glad that something good came out of this, so. And I did make the moon like a gray. For a lot of these, I'm like, I don't know what values I want. And it's so frustrating when you don't know what's going to be your darkest. But for here, I feel like the darkest was going to be that center eye and like the background. But I didn't know I was going to do a black background. So the like holes in the skull were definitely going to be dark. But I didn't want the moon like competing with that too much. So you can see that I colored in it gray. And that worked. And I ended up coloring the vines. They have like little thorns on them. They're like a little bit darker gray. I don't know if I like that or not. It kind of competes with the color of the moon. But I do go around them with like a white liner to make them stand out a bit more. So it's not too bad. So. But, and then, yeah, there's a lot of, oh, you know what? Yeah, I did end up coloring them just in black. Maybe. Or the ones on the moon, I think I colored in black, you know. Nope, I colored them all in. My memory is failing me. I remember I wanted to make the flowers a light gray because they're like really close to the skull, so like I didn't want them to be completely white. And I know I did make the leaves and the roses and the moon a little bit too similar, but I do save it with the white liner. God bless white liners because I keep making value mistakes. And I'm glad that I have one. because it for sure just would not have looked as good as it did, and it saved a lot of my drawings, so thank you. And thank you, Jelly Roll Pen. I'm actually like not crazy about those, but I've also like, I've never tried any other ones. I'm not someone who goes and buys white liners. I probably should now that I've used it a bunch. But I can never find like the really good brands, you know? I can only find that one. I mean, Jelly Roll's okay. It doesn't go over a lot of the art I want. It works really well on inks, and I was so happy with that. But like it doesn't work on a lot of other drawings sometimes, and I'm like, why? You know? But I'm just forgetting everything. I totally forgot. To put some shadow on the skull, I like went over it and put light gray as like I used my ink as if it was watercolor, toned it down, and that I totally forgot. Dang, this drawing was like not even that long ago, I feel like. And I'm totally forgetting. Yeah, and I didn't even know I colored in the crystals. Jeez. I forget everything. I do, it's true. Yeah, see, this is where I color in the background black, because now that I have colored in the skull with that gray to add some depth to it, I feel like, you know, everything now looks a little, like, looks dark, and, like, the whites of the page is not making the highlights on the skull pop. So I went ahead and added that background. So I think it was a good decision on my part. I definitely like have this like autopilot of me drawing, and I always look back at drawings and I'm like, I'm glad I made that decision. But also a lot of the decisions I do make are like very in the moment, and I don't really think too hard about it. So that could have just like totally been like a huge mistake I would have done, but I'm glad I have like the brain power to not make dumb mistakes. I'm glad I made it black and not white. But anyway, you know, sometimes when you're just doing art and you just do something spur of the moment, you're like, wait, that worked. That was a good move. I'm learning, you know. I feel like I've been doing a lot of that in my ink drawings, and it's like really just an in the moment kind of thing. I feel like once you're really good at once you get like the basics of art down, and you have those that ability to just like determine it's like determine like just little details. Like if I want the background to be black, well, you have to consider like your values, like what color's on it, and like 100 different things. But like when you really realize that you are doing those kind of things on autopilot, and you're using those skills to benefit your art, and you're doing it just out of just total what's the word? Oh, I hate when I don't know words. What is the word? It's like when you do it, but you're not. You know what? I'm never gonna get it. I'm never gonna get it. Using like, it's when you do something like it's like when you do something every day, but you don't like think about you're doing it every day, you know? Like if you have a certain chore and you just do it without thinking, because you know that like that time, like, what? I'm just gonna move on, and if you get what I'm talking about, please let me know the word I'm thinking of, because I can't for the life of me figure it out. Anyway, it's good to have now I can't even like pick myself back up from that. What is it? it's just gonna be like 10 minutes of me trying to remember what I was talking about. Anyway, I'm almost actually finished with the piece. It's just like some minor details and stuff, but dude, that really killed me. Like, I can't figure out. Anyway, you can kind of see that I was trying. I didn't want to make the rose that dark of a color. I was just trying to make the center of it really dark and then the outside around it like light, but it ended up not doing what I wanted, but that's okay. It's not a crazy detail. I think it's just like only I would be annoyed with it. Anyway, and then I shaded the feathers like hair, like how I normally do, like furs and feathers and hair, you know. I like, if you haven't shaded hair, just drawing like the strands, like it's like honestly, so I feel like it's one of the best parts of drawing because it's almost like a mindless. It's really like the most mindless part of drawing. If you're like drawing a character, it's really the most mindless part because you're just drawing like lines over and over. Oh, here I'm going in with my white liner, you know, going around everything. And then I added those cute little circles on the moon. I think they're adorable. I think I add some like little sparkles around the bottom and maybe the top. But I didn't want to add too much because it's already like, it's a lot happening. Like this for sure, there's like a lot happening, but I feel like it's okay that there's a lot happening, you know? It's definitely busy, but I feel like in the right ways. You know, if that makes sense? Because sometimes there are drawings that are busy, but they work, you know? So let me know if I mean, I could just be crazy, you know? It probably could just not work. I just like it that way. I don't know. Let me know. I was trying to do like the little segments of like the feathers like differently each time. I don't know. Let me know if it's like too busy or if like my values look too dark in a lot of the same places. You know, I think I've gotten to the point where I'm looking at this drawing too much and like being too happy with it, you know, that the point of I can't tell if it was a right or wrong thing, you know? Yeah. That's like the point I've been getting at. I also ended up going, when I colored the background for this with the black, I was like leaving a white border around the stuff at the bottom and everywhere, and you can see that. But I did it really sloppily. I felt like it looked just not good, so I ended up going and getting rid of it just only at the bottom where the lines were because I felt like it was not as clean as I wanted it. So I ended up fixing it with the black ink, and then I took my white liner and just then did a border with that, and it made it like the border a little thinner, and it made it like not so overwhelming to look at. Let me know if you like it without the white border though. I don't know. I kind of like it without now that I'm looking at it. I don't know. You have to let me know which one you prefer. I think either can work, but you wouldn't be able to see the string with the crystals hanging from, the hanging from the moon. You wouldn't be able to see it if that white wasn't there, but I could have fully just only put it on those if I really wanted to. So that was an option I could have done, but I feel like I've achieved artistry in this moment. And I feel like the final piece, I like it. I feel like it was a strong ground, we did it. Accomplished to day 5. And sometimes just accomplishing something is all I can really ask for. Just at the end of the day, just getting something done. And I got 2 things that I was like, you know what? These are solid at least, and I will take it as a win. Sometimes you gotta, even if your drawing doesn't work, you gotta take the win and say, I finished something. Just let it sink in that, once again, not everything's gonna be perfect, but you did something, you accomplished something today. A lot of people there are a lot of people on this earth who just don't want to do anything and just sit around and do nothing. You don't want to be that person who's just living off of other people and just not making something for themselves. That's lame. Go and do something that you will feel accomplished for, and I did feel accomplished when I made this. I feel like that it's way cleaner at the bottom now, and that makes me feel so much better. I felt like the white border looked very messy. You can see me going in with the darker to make the vines pop out more from the moon. But this is my finished piece. If you're interested in it or any of my other ones, like I said, up on Etsy. I hope you enjoyed. I had so much fun doing this. If you are participating in Inktober or Goretober, let me know. My Discord is in the description. If you're ooh, I want to chat, or ooh, I want to share my art with someone, I'm all ears. I'm all open for it. So that's below. Also, I have an extras channel. I am someone who has dabbled a bit in animation, and I right now I'm working on just getting a video done every day, and art is faster currently with traditional, so I've been doing that. But I said in a past video I will be doing Qvember, maybe not, no promises yet, because I'm not sure how well October is going to be going. So I'm going to be doing digital art during November for Qvember. So my extras channel, it does have some more digital art on there for animations, whips, stuff, if you're interested. Thank you for listening. Thank you for joining. Thank you for drawing if you did. Thank you for joining. Have a good day, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.